It's the government contract just about every AI software and services company was dying to land. And General Services Administration, or GSA, granted it to ServiceNow. GSA negotiated discounts of up to 70% off the listing price of the Pro version of ServiceNow's IT Service Management Bundle and a 40% discount on certain upgrades that include agentic AI and predictive analytics. So what is this going to do? Well, as part of the Trump administration's mandate to modernize and streamline government and cut out red tape, the GSA now has the power to negotiate prices for all kinds of goods and services on behalf of the federal government. So this ServiceNow license agreement will be utilized across many departments. ServiceNow, in addition to landing the Plum contract, gets a boost in its mission to become the AI so-called control tower for hyperscalers. Joining me now in a Fox Business exclusive, ServiceNow Chairman and CEO Bill McDermott and GSA's Federal Acquisition Service Commissioner Josh Gruenbaum. Gentlemen, this is really a major story that's right up our viewers' alley. We have a very focused investor audience, but also people who use government services. Bill, I want to start with you. Everybody wanted this contract. What did you do to land it?
Well, I have to give tremendous credit to Josh and his team. He negotiated a once-in-a-generation agreement, and I think it really plays to President Trump's vision because he wants government to perform like a best-run business. So we're going to serve as the control tower that connects all the AI agents, the large language models, the clouds, and the data sources into one beautiful pane of glass. That's what the ServiceNow platform is. And this will save the federal government $1.2 billion, and it'll drive 30% efficiency across the government over the next few years. So this is a big moment, and we're really excited.
Josh, how much is the contract for? I know it's not classy to talk about money, but that's what we do on this network. And where do you see it really having the biggest impact?
Yeah, so it's a great question. This really, for us, is all about the execution of the president's AI action plan that he announced a couple of months ago. And the president was clear, and with the support of the White House, there's a race in AI, and we are going to win that race. And the GSA is here to execute and deliver on that promise. Now, what does that mean for the GSA? What it means for the GSA is we are the procurement experts of the federal government, and we need to ensure that there will be widespread adoption across the federal government at all agencies, and we have to be educating the federal workforce so that we could disintermediate typical workflows, make sure that their daily operations are smoother and more efficient. We're taking a crawl, walk, run approach. We've spent a lot of time so far working on the infrastructure, the picks and shovels, if you will, around cloud services and all the infrastructure. We've spent a lot of time with some of the frontier models. And now with Bill and his team, and again, huge appreciation and thank you to the ServiceNow enterprise and Bill specifically for leaning in, we're at that phase of jogging and running and thinking about the true agentic use cases for artificial intelligence in the federal government.
Okay, and listen, but streamlining and melding, as Bill, you put it, a single pane of glass is really important because so many of these government offices are siloed. And one side is not talking to the other. But Josh just mentioned educating and making sure people understand how to use this. Are you going to have people on site to make sure that this is effectively used? Because most people, when they get a car, they don't read the manual. They don't use the technology anywhere near the capability. So what did you offer that made you the winner of this contract to make sure that it does get implemented?
Well, I think we came into the discussion with a lot of momentum because all cabinet level agencies and Defense Department agencies already run ServiceNow, and ServiceNow is highly regarded in the government. I don't think we would have even had a great start, Josh, if that wasn't the case. And again, one of the things that Josh and I talked about in the first meeting is I told him that on-site was insight, that we would bring our engineering might to the federal government to help solve problems across the agencies so we can be an AI-first country. And in that regard, Liz, you bring up a great point. There's going to be a demand in the next 2 years for 1.3 million AI workers. And ServiceNow has committed, along with Josh and his great team, to ServiceNow University skilling up 3 million people through 2027. So we're all in on building the human capital to complement AI, because our vision is to put AI to work for people, to bring out the best in people, and to let them live their best life at work.
Josh, let me advocate on behalf of taxpayers, okay? Every administration says it wants to spend money to modernize IT, to bring the whole picture together, to weave all of these disparate pieces of fabric together and encourage data sharing across government agencies. I mean, I'm thinking of the $10 billion JEDI contract that was first awarded by the Pentagon during the first Trump administration. It was started before that administration, but again, these things take time. Microsoft got it first. Then Amazon litigated, said the process wasn't fair. Then it ended up being canceled. Then the Biden administration, after the first Trump administration, morphed it into the JWCC. So you got to look down because there's just so much of this here. The Joint Warfighter Cloud Capability Multi-Vendor Initiative, that was involving AWS, Microsoft, Google, Oracle. So there are lots of large-scale tech modernization projects across many different administrations that then what happens to those? As you bring in newer technology like ServiceNow, was that first spend on a lot of those developments kind of a waste?
So I think that's a good question. We're firmly of the belief that the federal government needs to and should and will operate like a Fortune 100 company, right? And that means bringing common sense business approaches to everything that we do and how we operate and strike business deals and partnerships with our partners like Bill and the ServiceNow team. The president, in a couple of months ago, enacted an executive order to consolidate procurement, about $500 billion worth of common goods and services inside to the GSA and to my team in the Federal Acquisition Service. The purpose of that is threefold. First, it's to get your arms and legs around all the spend, understand where cost takeout could take place, where there's underutilization. The second prong of the whole approach is use the entire federal wallet to leverage negotiations and get the best products and the best deals for the American taxpayers. And third is a recognition that the U.S. government is the best customer in the world, period, full stop. And industry has really taken to that. So the way I view it is we're kind of resetting everything, right? This administration has brought in experts from the business realm. It's a common sense business approach. Okay. We've had a great deal of success with OneGov to date, and we're excited for what the future opportunities bring.
Bill, the stock was red today up until we started tweeting out that you were going to be on and that you were going to be on with Josh to talk about this contract. We will continue to watch it. Please come back to give us an update about the implementation and the rollout, okay?
We look forward to it, Liz.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much. And thank you, Josh, for your leadership.
Bill, thank you. Thanks, Liz.
Good to have you both.
Thank you.
Bill McDermott and Josh Gruenbaum, we are coming right back. Don't go away.